Hey friends! Okay, so before I get into this video, I'm going to address my hair. Obviously it's very different. I cut a large majority of it off and it is dark again, which makes me so happy. I had the same hair for about the last like 9 months and it was getting so long and most of it was dead, and it just felt like a good time to, you know, make a change. And I really enjoy having darker hair, and just kind of, there's a little bit of blue down here and I just kind of threw that in for fun. Let's get into what this video is. So I thought it might be fun. I just did, you know, the makeup favorites. Maybe I'll do like my favorite makeup tools that I like to use. So I have some brushes and sponges and stuff in front of me that I use every time I do my makeup. So I'm gonna go over those, and of course they'll all be linked down below to where you can order them online. And if you like my videos, then please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I try to make new videos, you know, at least once a week, but I try and make content that I think you guys would like. And if you have any video suggestions, please leave me a comment and I will for sure do that. And if you found this helpful, then please share it with your friends and maybe they can find some stuff that they like too. So if you're interested to see what kinds of makeup tools I use, then keep on watching. Okay, so I'm going to start with kind of like the routine of how I would do my makeup. The first tool that I would use is sponges. So this is the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, and I believe at Ulta this is about $6 or $7, which compared to the Beauty Blender, which is $20, that's super affordable. And I love this guy for, I use this flat edge here to blend out all my foundation, and then I'll use this more like tapered end to go under my eye for concealer. And it's really soft. It's still kind of damp from when I used it earlier. And I use all my sponges damp, but they expand and they get a lot softer. And it's, you know, with the pouncing that you do to apply it, it's very soft. It blends really well. And I think if you clean them regularly, so I'll clean my sponges about every probably like 5 uses, just because I do sometimes use a lot of product, and so I really want to make sure that I'm not applying old product all the time. So I like to clean them quite frequently, so when I do clean them, they aren't as difficult to clean. Does that make sense? So I think these are very easy to clean. I'll just squirt some soap on there and then just kind of mash it into my hand, the palm of my hand really. And that does a pretty good job of getting it clean. And then the other sponge that I want to talk about is from Beau Gauche. And this is a sponge that I received in, I think it was in an Ipsy. And I actually found you can get these, you can get a 2-pack on Amazon for about $10, which is really good. That makes this one slightly cheaper than this one. And this one isn't dampened at all right now. And I've had this one for about 6 months now, and it's held up pretty well. And there's some slight tearing, you can kind of see. But really, I mean, it's a sponge, like that's pretty normal. But this gets really soft, and it's got a nice rounded edge, which this one doesn't have, so I like this for that. And it's got a really nice taper too, and that doesn't go away when it's wet. So I really recommend this sponge. I think it's awesome. That's what I use for like foundation and concealer. Oh, I'll also use these to set my under eye. Yeah. So moving on to more powder products. This is the e.l.f. Complexion Brush, and I use this to put setting powder all over my face, as well as if I'm going to dust off any like fallout from my eyeshadow or anything like that. And I mean, this is like, I mean, it's e.l.f. and I'm pretty sure you can get this at like Target, Walmart, places like that for like $3. It's And I mean, just in general, I'd recommend having a fluffy brush, a big fluffy brush in your kit. Okay, next thing, for contour, I use this Real Techniques brush. This is their sculpting brush. And it's got a nice like tapered edge to create that really easily. And for me, just for the size of my face, this is like the right thickness that I like to have, and it's very soft. So yeah, this just seems to work out perfectly for that. Staying with contouring, this is by e.l.f. This is their contouring brush. And this for me is a little too thin to go here. It just would create a harsh line that I think would be hard to blend out. But I will use this. You can see a tiny little bit of powder on there. I will use this if I'm going to like contour my nose at all. And I don't do that all the time, but if I'm going to, I really like this brush for it. Yeah, and this is just the e.l.f. contouring brush. Okay, so staying again with kind of like contour or bronzer kind of stuff. This is a brush that I found, I think, at Marshall's. And you know, they just, you know, Marshall's, TJ Maxx, they just kind of have like random stuff in their like cosmetics section. And this is just a big fluffy brush, and I use it for my bronzer. And it puts it on really well. It is so soft. And it's got the letters A-B on here. I'm not super sure about the actual name, like what the brand name is. Maybe it is A-B. I'm not positive. But I will do my best to try and find this and link it down below. Okay, and then I have two more face brushes that I want to talk about. This one here, it doesn't even say what kind of brush it is. It's just, it kind of looks like a blush brush. It's an e.l.f. brush. And I use this for my blush, and I just think it has the perfect dome here to really put the look that I want with my blush. So I like this one a lot. And then the brush that I use for my highlight, a lot of people you'll see use like fan brushes, and those are fine. I've just found that I really like using a more like thin tapered brush like this. That way it just perfectly like hugs the top of the cheekbone and applies the highlight really well. And this is the Morphe M438. So I very much enjoy this for highlight. Okay, so that's it for face brushes. So now I'm going to move into talking more about eyeshadow brushes. Okay, this is what I use for my transition shade, kind of like up in here and like blending that out. This is the Morphe M332. And it's very fluffy. It's not, I mean, it's dense, but it's not dense enough that it wouldn't like move easily to blend. And it's very soft, but with Morphe, unless you live in California where their store is, you do have to order online. But I really like a lot of their brushes, especially their eyeshadow brushes. This is another blending brush that I have from them. This is the Morphe M433, and this I like to use once I have all of the crease shades that I want. I'll use this to kind of just like melt them all together. And this is you can see how they're a slightly different. This one is a lot more wider than this one is, and it's got a little bit more fluff to it. So I like those a lot. And then for like deepening up the crease, so I'll put the transition color in, and then I'll use kind of a darker color to deepen the crease and create more like a contoured look on my eye. I like to use this more dense fluffy brush, if that makes sense, and just like keep this in that like contour area there. This is the brand Soho, and I believe this was part of a like 3-pack. And I think I've talked about it before, maybe in my e.l.f. palette video. So I'll include a link for this. And then this one is by It's the Ulta crease brush. And in my opinion, it's a little too dense to be used as a good like blending brush and for the crease. And so I'll put it right here on my outer corner and use it to pack product on there. And then I'll take one of these blending brushes and kind of blend out that darker color. But I do like this, just kind of how it's domed, to really put that color on there, but not so it goes too far out of where I want it. So that's all for transition, crease, blending kind of brushes. Moving on, this one is a eyeliner brush from e.l.f. and it's just a flat brush, and this is what I would use to go on the lower lash line and put color on there. And I like having a couple of these so that, you know, I'll put one color on and then I can use another one to blend another color on top of it. And you know, it's e.l.f. so I mean, these are all, I mean, honestly, all the brushes I'm talking about are super affordable brushes. Like, these are all drugstore price brushes. So yeah, I like this one for the lower lash line. And then this one, I like to use sometimes as like an inner corner highlight brush, as well as under the, on the brow bone. This is the Morphe M151, and it's just a very small pencil brush. So for packing brushes, my favorite brushes that I like to use, they actually, I don't know if Ulta sells them just separately on their own. I hope they do. But I got these, they're the same brush, but I got them as a part of 2 different Ulta palettes that I bought. I love this so much for packing on like my glitter shadows just right here on my lid. Both of these work super well for that. And I'll have to see if these are something that Ulta just sells separately by themselves, because these are awesome. Okay, so last couple thing I want to mention is how I store my makeup brushes. So what I like to use, honestly, is these are old candle jars that I have, you know, I've used the candle and I just put boiling water into the like remnants and clean it all out. It just works perfectly at holding my brushes. And I do the same thing for like tall products that I maybe wouldn't want to put in a drawer and they'll fit better like standing up. So this, I mean, the same, this is a old candle jar. And for my eyeshadow brushes, I don't have enough to fill it like this because they are a lot smaller, so I would need a lot to do that. But I put like, I fill the bottom of this with sand, and it's just like, I think I may have bought this at Hobby Lobby or something, and so that way they'll just like stay straight up instead of falling over, and so I can see them all really easily. So I just wanted to mention that as a cool way that I use to store them. And that is all I have for this video, guys. If you have any questions about things that I used, feel free to leave a comment. And if you haven't seen my past videos, I'll link them over here. And if you guys, again, have any suggestions of things that you want to see, then please leave a comment and I will for sure do that. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.